The woman who walks alone is not a figure of isolation, but a symbol of profound inner strength. She moves through the world with quiet assurance, carrying within her the awareness that her path is not dictated by the crowd, but by the whisperings of her own soul. She understands that to walk alone is not to be lonely, but to be free to be unbound by the expectations and limitations that others may impose. Her solitude is not a void, but a sanctuary. It is within this sacred space that she communes with the infinite, aligning her thoughts and desires with the divine rhythm of creation. She knows that every step she takes, though it may appear solitary, is guided by an unseen hand, a higher wisdom that shapes her journey with purpose and grace. The woman who walks alone does not seek validation from the world. She understands that her worth is intrinsic, not measured by external approval or fleeting applause. She turns inward, finding in herself the treasures that others often search for outside. In her solitude, she discovers her divine inheritance, the ability to create, to transform, and to manifest a life that reflects the deepest desires of her heart. She does not fear the silence, for it is in silence that the truth speaks. She listens, not with her ears, but with the eyes of her spirit, perceiving the reality she wishes to inhabit. She holds her vision with unwavering faith, knowing that the outer world is but a reflection of her inner state. Her power lies in her ability to persist, to believe in the unseen, and to walk boldly toward what she knows is already hers. Though the world may misunderstand her path, she does not waver. She has no need to defend her journey, for she is not walking to please others, but to fulfill the call of her soul. She embraces the uncertainty, the unknown, and the challenges that come her way, for she knows that these are the tools that shape her into the woman she is destined to become. In every step she carries the quiet confidence of one who knows that the universe conspires in her favor. She does not rush, for she understands that divine timing is perfect and unerring. She walks with grace, knowing that every delay, every detour, serves a purpose in the grand design of her life. Her journey is not about reaching a destination, but about becoming. She becomes the embodiment of her dreams, the living proof that faith, persistence, and alignment with the divine can overcome any obstacle. She is a testament to the power of a solitary path, walked with intention and trust in the infinite. The woman who walks alone carries within her a quiet determination that emanates from the core of her being. Each step she takes is imbued with the knowledge that she is not merely moving forward, but shaping the fabric of her reality. She is a sculptor of her destiny, using her thoughts, emotions, and unwavering faith as tools to mold the world around her. Her solitude is her strength, for it is in the stillness of her journey that she hears the voice of the infinite, guiding her every decision and action. She walks without fear, not because she is immune to challenges, but because she understands their purpose. To her, obstacles are not barriers, but stepping stones, opportunities to refine her vision and strengthen her resolve. She does not resist them, but embraces them, knowing that each one serves to prepare her for the fulfillment of her desires. In her solitude, she reflects on these moments, drawing lessons from them and using them as fuel to propel her forward. She knows that growth often requires discomfort, and that the path of transformation is rarely easy. Her journey is not dictated by haste. She understands the sacred rhythm of creation, the balance between intention and patience. She knows that just as the seed must be buried in darkness before it sprouts into the light, her dreams require time to germinate and take root. She trusts the process, even when the results are not immediately visible. Her faith is her anchor, keeping her steady amidst the uncertainties and delays. She does not falter, for she knows that the promise of her vision is as certain as the rising sun. The woman who walks alone is not swayed by the opinions of others. She has learned to distinguish between the noise of the world and the guidance of her inner voice. She does not seek approval, for she understands that her path is unique, carved by the divine specifically for her. Her confidence does not stem from arrogance, but from an unshakable connection to her source. She moves with grace, knowing that she is enough, that she has always been enough, and that her worth is not up for negotiation. Her solitude is her sanctuary, a place where she reconnects with her essence. In moments of stillness, she visualizes the life she desires, not as something distant or unattainable, but as a reality that already exists within her. She immerses herself in the feeling of having achieved her dreams, allowing the emotions of joy, gratitude, and fulfillment to flow through her. She knows that these feelings are the key to unlocking the doors of manifestation, aligning her with the vibrational frequency of her desires. She is not confined by the limitations of the physical world. To her, reality is malleable, shaped by the power of her imagination. She understands that what she holds in her mind's eye with conviction must eventually take form in the external world. Her imagination is her workshop, where she designs the life she wants, crafting every detail with precision and love. She does not doubt her ability to create, for she knows that she is one with the Creator, endowed with the same power to bring forth that which she envisions. The woman who walks alone is deeply attuned to the present moment. She does not dwell on the past or worry about the future, for she understands that the only moment she truly possesses is now. In the present, she finds her power, her peace, and her purpose. She uses this awareness to cultivate a state of gratitude, knowing that gratitude is the magnet that draws more blessings into her life. She does not wait for circumstances to align before she feels grateful. Instead, she chooses to embody gratitude, trusting that it will align her reality with her desires. Though her path may seem solitary, she is never truly alone. She is acutely aware of the divine presence that accompanies her every step, a presence that reassures her, uplifts her, and fills her with an unshakable sense of peace. She communes with this presence in silence, seeking guidance and strength from the infinite source of all that is. She knows that she is supported, loved, and cherished by a power far greater than herself, and this knowledge fuels her courage to keep moving forward. Her journey is one of self-discovery and self-mastery. As she walks, she sheds the layers of fear, doubt, and limitation that have been imposed upon her by the world. She emerges as her authentic self, radiant and unencumbered by the weight of expectations. She becomes a beacon of light, inspiring others not through words, but through the quiet strength of her example. Her life is a testament to the truth that we are all capable of greatness when we align ourselves with our divine purpose. She is not concerned with the outcome of her journey, for she understands that the destination is not as important as the transformation that occurs along the way. Each step she takes brings her closer to her true self, the divine essence that resides within her. She walks not to achieve but to become, to unfold the infinite potential that lies dormant within her. Her journey is an act of faith, a declaration of her trust in the divine plan that guides her life. The woman who walks alone understands the power of surrender. She does not cling to her desires with desperation, for she knows that desperation repels what she seeks. Instead, she releases her intentions to the universe with confidence, trusting that they will return to her in perfect timing and form. She is at peace with the unfolding of her life, knowing that every experience, whether joyful or challenging, is a necessary part of her journey. Her solitude is not a sign of weakness but of strength. It takes courage to walk alone, to face the world without the safety net of companionship or validation. Yet she does so with grace and dignity, knowing that her path is divinely ordained. She does not fear being misunderstood, for she understands that her purpose is not to conform but to transform. Her life is a reflection of her inner world, a testament to the power of faith, intention, and alignment with the divine. In every step she takes, she embodies the truth that we are all creators of our reality. She reminds us that our power lies not in external circumstances, but in the inner conviction that we are one with the infinite source of all that is. She teaches us that to walk alone is not to be forsaken, but to be free, to be aligned with the divine purpose that calls us to our highest potential. Her journey is not one of isolation, but of profound connection to herself, to the universe, and to the divine. She is a living example of what it means to walk in faith, to trust in the unseen, and to create a life that reflects the deepest desires of the soul. The woman who walks alone is not defined by her solitude, but by her strength, her vision, and her unwavering belief in the power of the infinite within her. She is a reminder to us all that we are never truly alone, for the divine walks with us every step of the way. The woman who walks alone embodies an unyielding spirit, one that knows that solitude is not a burden but a gift. In her solitude, she has found a deeper connection to herself, a realm where she is free to explore the vastness of her thoughts, dreams, and desires without interference. She does not seek to fill her life with noise or distractions, for she knows that clarity comes in the quiet moments. It is in those moments of stillness that she touches the infinite and draws from it the courage to keep walking. Her steps are deliberate and purposeful, not rushed by the urgency of others or the pressure of expectations. She walks at her own pace, understanding that there is no competition in the path that has been set for her. Her journey is uniquely hers, carved by the divine for her growth and fulfillment. She trusts that every twist and turn, every pause and leap has been orchestrated for her highest good. She does not question the road, even when it feels uncertain, for she knows that uncertainty is the soil in which faith takes root. The world often sees solitude as something to be avoided, something to escape from in fear of being alone. Yet she has embraced it as her companion, knowing that it is in solitude that she has found her truest self. She has learned that being alone is not the same as being lonely. Loneliness comes from feeling disconnected, but she is never disconnected. She is tethered to the infinite source of love, wisdom, and creativity that flows through her. This connection fills her with a sense of belonging that no external relationship could provide. As she walks, she listens not to the chatter of the world, but to the whispers of her soul. Her inner voice is her compass, guiding her with gentle nudges and profound insights. She has learned to trust this voice, even when it leads her down paths that others might not understand. She knows that her journey is not meant to be understood by all it is sacred, personal, and divine. She does not seek validation for the choices she makes, for she knows that her alignment with the infinite is the only validation she needs. Her strength is not loud or boastful, it is quiet, steady, and unshakable. She does not feel the need to prove her worth to the world, for she knows that her worth is inherent. She has nothing to prove and nothing to defend, for she stands firm in the truth of who she is. She is a woman of substance, one who has discovered that her value lies not in what she does or achieves, but in her very being. She walks with the grace of someone who knows that she is enough, just as she is. The woman who walks alone does not fear the unknown. She embraces it, knowing that it is in the unknown that new possibilities are born. She sees life as an adventure, a journey of discovery where each step reveals a new facet of her infinite potential. She is not attached to the outcomes, for she understands that the journey itself is the destination. She walks not to arrive somewhere, but to become something, to become the fullest expression of the divine within her. In her solitude, she has learned the power of imagination. She understands that the mind is a fertile ground where seeds of thought are planted, nurtured, and brought to life. She uses her imagination to create a vision of the life she desires, holding it with unwavering faith and clarity. She does not let doubt creep in, for she knows that doubt is the thief of creation. Instead, she nurtures her vision with love, gratitude, and trust, knowing that it is already hers. Her faith is her anchor, the force that keeps her grounded when the storms of life rage around her. She does not fear the storms, for she knows they are temporary and that they serve to strengthen her. Each challenge she faces becomes a stepping stone, lifting her higher and bringing her closer to her true self. She does not resist the difficulties, for she knows that resistance only prolongs them. Instead, she embraces them with an open heart, trusting that they are part of the divine plan for her life. The woman who walks alone is a creator, not a bystander. She does not wait for life to happen to her. She takes an active role in shaping her reality. She understands that her thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are the tools of creation, and she uses them with intention and precision. She does not dwell on what she does not want, but focuses on what she desires, knowing that where her attention goes, energy flows. She aligns herself with the vibration of her desires, becoming a magnet for all that she seeks. Her solitude has taught her the art of surrender. She does not cling to her desires with desperation, for she knows that desperation pushes them away. Instead, she releases them to the universe with confidence, trusting that they will return to her in the perfect time and form. She is not attached to how or when her desires will manifest, for she knows that the divine plan is far greater than anything she could imagine. Her trust in the universe is complete, and this trust brings her peace. Though she walks alone, she is never without support. She is surrounded by the unseen forces of love, wisdom, and guidance that walk with her every step of the way. She feels their presence in the synchronicities, the signs, and the gentle nudges that remind her she is on the right path. She is not afraid to ask for guidance, knowing that the universe is always listening and responding to her call. She walks with the assurance that she is divinely supported and deeply loved. The woman who walks alone is not defined by her solitude, but by her strength, her courage, and her unwavering faith. She is a beacon of light, a living example of what it means to walk in alignment with the divine. Her journey is not about achieving external success, but about becoming the truest version of herself. She reminds us all that the path to greatness often requires walking alone, not because we are forsaken, but because we are being prepared for something greater. As she continues her journey, she becomes a vessel through which the divine flows. Her life is a reflection of the infinite potential that lies within us all, a testament to the power of faith, imagination, and alignment. She does not walk for herself alone. Her journey is an inspiration to others, a reminder that we too can walk our paths with courage, grace, and trust. The woman who walks alone is not an exception but an example, a living embodiment of the truth that we are all creators of our destiny. In her solitude, she has discovered the profound truth that we are never truly alone. She walks with the infinite, the source of all creation, and this knowledge fills her with peace. Her journey is a dance with the divine, a sacred exploration of the limitless possibilities that lie within her. She walks not because she has to, but because she chooses to, embracing the beauty and power of her path. She is the woman who walks alone, not in isolation, but in communion with the infinite, a reminder that we are all one with the source of all that is. The woman who walks alone is not merely a figure of solitude, but a living testament to resilience, authenticity, and the boundless depths of human potential. Her journey is not dictated by the expectations of society or the validation of others. Rather, it is shaped by an unwavering belief in her divine purpose. She carries with her a quiet strength, one that does not shout but resonates deeply with anyone who takes the time to truly see her. Each step she takes on her solitary path is filled with intention. She understands that her walk is not aimless but divinely orchestrated. She sees herself not as a wanderer, but as a seeker, one who embraces the mysteries of life with open arms. She knows that every experience, whether joyful or challenging, is a piece of a greater puzzle. These moments of solitude give her the space to reflect and see the intricate patterns being woven into her existence. She does not despair in the silence, she thrives in it, for it is here that she communes with the infinite. The world often misunderstands her journey. They may perceive her solitude as a sign of weakness or loneliness, but she knows otherwise. She is not walking alone because she has been abandoned or left behind. She walks alone because her path requires it. It is a path that demands introspection, courage, and an unshakable connection to her inner self. She has learned that true strength is not found in numbers, but in the ability to stand firm in her convictions, even when no one else stands with her. Her solitude is not a void, but a sacred space where she can hear the whispers of the divine. In the stillness, she feels the presence of the infinite, guiding her and affirming that she is never truly alone. This connection sustains her, filling her heart with a profound sense of peace and purpose. She knows that the journey within is just as important as the journey outward. It is within herself that she finds the answers to the questions that others cannot answer for her. The woman who walks alone is deeply attuned to the power of her thoughts and imagination. She knows that her mind is not a passive observer of her reality, but an active participant in shaping it. Every thought she nurtures, every belief she holds, and every vision she creates contributes to the unfolding of her life. She uses her imagination not as an escape, but as a tool to design the life she desires. She sees herself already living in the reality she seeks, knowing that what she envisions with clarity and conviction will inevitably manifest. Her faith is the bedrock of her existence. She does not rely on the approval or support of others to validate her journey. Her trust in the divine is enough. This faith is not blind or naive, but deeply rooted in her understanding of universal laws and principles. She knows that the universe is abundant, and she trusts that everything she needs will come to her at the right time. She does not fret over delays or obstacles, for she knows that they are part of the process, preparing her for the fulfillment of her desires. Her walk is not one of isolation but of liberation. She has freed herself from the need to conform to societal expectations or to fit into a mold that was never meant for her. She is not concerned with pleasing others or gaining their approval. Her focus is on living a life that is true to herself. This freedom allows her to explore her passions, express her creativity, and pursue her dreams without fear of judgment or rejection. She walks with confidence, knowing that her authenticity is her greatest strength. The woman who walks alone has also learned the value of patience. She does not rush through life, trying to force things to happen before their time. She understands that everything unfolds according to divine timing, and she trusts that what is meant for her will never pass her by. This patience is not passive but active. It is a quiet confidence that allows her to wait with grace and gratitude. She does not measure her progress by the standards of others, but by her own inner sense of alignment and fulfillment. Her journey is a testament to the power of resilience. She has faced challenges that would have caused others to falter, yet she continues to walk with unwavering determination. She knows that every setback is an opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger. She does not dwell on her failures or allow them to define her. Instead, she uses them as stepping stones to reach greater heights. Her resilience is not just physical or emotional but spiritual, rooted in her unshakable belief in her own divinity and the infinite possibilities that lie before her. The woman who walks alone understands the importance of gratitude. She does not focus on what she lacks but on the abundance that already exists in her life. She knows that gratitude is the key to unlocking even greater blessings, and she practices it daily, finding joy in the simplest moments. This attitude of gratitude transforms her perspective, allowing her to see beauty and opportunity where others might see only challenges. It is this mindset that keeps her grounded and optimistic, even in the face of uncertainty. Though she walks alone, her life is rich with meaning and connection. She may not have a large circle of friends or constant companionship, but the relationships she does have are deeply meaningful. She surrounds herself with people who uplift and inspire her, and she does not waste her energy on those who drain her. Her solitude has taught her the value of quality over quantity, and she cherishes the genuine connections she has cultivated. The woman who walks alone does not see her journey as a sacrifice, but as a privilege. She knows that the path she has chosen is not for the faint of heart, but it is the one that will lead her to the highest version of herself. She embraces the challenges, the solitude, and the unknown with open arms, knowing that they are all part of her divine destiny. Her walk is not just a journey for herself, but a beacon of hope and inspiration for others who are seeking their own paths. As she walks, she leaves behind a trail of light, a reminder to all who see her that it is possible to walk alone and still be whole, strong, and fulfilled. Her life is a testament to the power of faith, imagination, and authenticity. She is not defined by her circumstances or her relationships, but by her unwavering commitment to her own truth. She is a living example of what it means to live a life aligned with the divine, a life that is not dictated by fear but guided by love. The woman who walks alone is not an enigma or an exception. She is a reflection of the potential that exists within all of us. Her journey reminds us that we too have the strength, courage, and wisdom to walk our own paths, even when they lead us away from the crowd. She shows us that solitude is not something to fear, but a gift that allows us to connect with our true selves and the infinite source of all creation. Her walk is a celebration of the human spirit and a testament to the divine power that resides within us all. The woman who walks alone embodies the quiet yet profound truth that solitude is not a burden but a sanctuary, a place where the soul finds its deepest resonance. Her steps, unaccompanied by the clamor of others, are filled with a rhythm that speaks to her divine alignment. She walks with a purpose that transcends the physical, driven by an inner voice that cannot be silenced by the noise of the world. Her path is often misunderstood, as society tends to equate being alone with being lonely. Yet she knows there is a profound difference between the two. Loneliness is a longing for something external to fill an internal void, while solitude is the fullness of self-discovery and divine communion. In her solitude, she finds the space to listen to the whispers of eternity, to feel the gentle pull of her soul toward its highest potential. She is not alone in the sense that she is abandoned. She is alone in the sense that she has chosen to walk a path that few dare to tread. Her walk is an act of courage, for it requires her to face herself in her entirety. In solitude, there is no one to distract her from her own thoughts, no noise to drown out the questions that arise from within. She confronts her fears, her doubts, and her insecurities, not with resistance but with acceptance. She knows that to heal, one must first acknowledge. To grow, one must first face the shadows. She does not shy away from this process, for she understands that it is through the crucible of self-awareness that the soul is refined. Her imagination is her sanctuary, a sacred space where she envisions the life she is creating. She understands that the outer world is but a reflection of the inner, that the reality she experiences begins first in the realm of thought. She does not merely dream, she embodies her dreams, walking as though the life she desires is already hers. She carries herself with the confidence of someone who knows that what she seeks is seeking her. Her faith in this truth is unshakable, and it fuels her journey with a quiet yet formidable power. The woman who walks alone does not measure her worth by the standards of others. She has freed herself from the need for external validation, knowing that her value is inherent and unchanging. She does not seek approval or recognition, for she understands that true fulfillment comes from within. Her worth is not tied to her accomplishments or the opinions of others, but to her unwavering connection to the divine. She walks with the knowledge that she is enough, just as she is, and that her existence is a gift to the world. Her faith is her anchor in times of uncertainty. She does not waver in her trust in the divine, even when the path ahead seems unclear. She knows that every detour, every delay, and every challenge is part of a greater plan. She does not resist the unfolding of life, but embraces it, knowing that everything is working for her highest good. Her faith is not blind, but deeply rooted in her understanding of universal principles. She knows that what she sows in thought and belief will manifest in her reality, and she sows with intention and love. Her solitude is not a rejection of others, but a recognition of the need to nurture herself. She values her relationships and cherishes the connections she has, but she also understands that she cannot pour from an empty cup. Her time alone is not a withdrawal, but a replenishment, a way to ensure that she can give to others from a place of wholeness. She does not feel the need to explain or justify her solitude, for she knows that it is a vital part of her journey. Her resilience is a testament to her strength. She has faced moments that would have broken others, yet she continues to rise. She does not allow setbacks to define her, but uses them as opportunities to learn and grow. She understands that the challenges she faces are not obstacles but stepping stones, each one bringing her closer to her goals. Her resilience is not just a physical or emotional quality, but a spiritual one, rooted in her unwavering belief in her ability to overcome. The woman who walks alone is deeply attuned to the beauty of life. She sees the divine in the ordinary, finding joy in the smallest moments. She does not wait for grand events to feel gratitude, but cultivates it daily, knowing that it is the key to unlocking greater blessings. Her appreciation for life's simple pleasures enriches her journey, making every step a celebration of existence. She carries this gratitude with her, radiating it to all she encounters, even if her path does not intersect with theirs for long. Her walk is a living prayer, a constant communion with the divine. She does not need words to express her faith. Her every step is an affirmation of her trust in the universe. She walks with humility, knowing that she is both a part of the whole and a unique expression of it. She carries the awareness that her journey, though solitary, is connected to the greater fabric of life. Her walk is not just for herself, but for all who are inspired by her courage to walk their own paths. The woman who walks alone is not afraid of her own company. She has learned to enjoy the silence, to find peace in the stillness. In this space, she hears the voice of her soul, guiding her toward her purpose. She does not fill her time with distractions, but uses it to deepen her understanding of herself and the world around her. She knows that solitude is not a void but a canvas, a space where she can create, imagine, and grow. Her journey is not one of isolation but of liberation. She has freed herself from the chains of conformity and the need to fit into societal molds. She walks her path with authenticity, knowing that her uniqueness is her greatest strength. She does not seek to emulate others, but to be the truest version of herself. Her walk is a celebration of individuality, a reminder that each of us has a unique purpose and a path that only we can walk. As she continues her journey, she leaves behind a legacy of inspiration. She shows others that it is possible to walk alone and still be fulfilled, to face challenges and still be strong, to embrace solitude and still be deeply connected. Her life is a testament to the power of faith, imagination, and authenticity. She is not just a woman who walks alone, she is a beacon of light, a symbol of what is possible when we trust in ourselves and the divine. And so her journey continues, not as a lonely wanderer, but as a sovereign soul, charting her course with courage and grace. She walks not in search of something she lacks, but in celebration of all that she is. Her steps, though solitary, resonate with the rhythm of eternity, a reminder that she is never truly alone. She carries with her the wisdom of her journey, the strength of her spirit, and the boundless possibilities of a life aligned with the divine. In her solitude, she finds her wholeness, and in her wholeness, she inspires us all. There is an undeniable power in her walk, a force that comes not from the approval of others, but from the wellspring of her own soul. She understands that the world often underestimates the quiet resilience of those who journey alone. In her solitude, she discovers that true power lies not in the noise we make, but in the clarity we find when the world is still. Her strength is quiet, yet it speaks volumes. Her confidence is subtle, yet it commands attention. Her steps are guided by an unwavering trust in the divine plan for her life. She does not need to see the entire path ahead to take her next step. She knows that each step will reveal itself in due time. This trust is not a blind leap, but a deep-seated conviction that the universe conspires in her favor. When doubts arise, she does not waver, but gently reminds herself of the times when faith carried her through. Her journey is a testament to the truth that those who walk in alignment with their higher purpose are never truly alone. The woman who walks alone is deeply connected to her inner wisdom. She has learned to trust her intuition, to listen to the quiet whispers of her soul that guide her toward her highest good. This inner guidance is her compass, steering her through the complexities of life with clarity and grace. She does not seek answers outside of herself, but turns inward, knowing that the wisdom she seeks has been within her all along. This self-reliance does not make her distant, it makes her whole, allowing her to engage with the world from a place of authenticity and strength. Her walk is an act of self-love, a declaration that she values herself enough to honor her own journey. She does not compromise her integrity to fit into the expectations of others. Instead, she stands firm in her truth, knowing that the greatest gift she can offer the world is her authentic self. This self-love is not selfish but deeply generous, for it allows her to give to others from a place of abundance rather than lack. She knows that when she is aligned with her true self, she becomes a source of light and inspiration to those around her. Her journey is marked by moments of stillness, where she pauses to reflect on the path she has walked and the path that lies ahead. These moments are not interruptions but integral parts of her journey, allowing her to recalibrate and realign. In the stillness, she finds clarity. In the quiet, she hears the voice of the divine. She does not rush through life but moves with intention, understanding that the journey itself is as important as the destination. Her walk is a meditation, a prayer, a celebration of the present moment. The woman who walks alone is not immune to challenges, but she faces them with courage and grace. She does not view obstacles as barriers but as opportunities to grow and evolve. When life tests her, she does not retreat but rises to the occasion, knowing that every challenge carries within it the seeds of transformation. Her resilience is born not from an absence of struggle, but from her ability to transcend it. She knows that she is not defined by what happens to her, but by how she chooses to respond. Her solitude allows her to see the world with clarity, free from the distortions of external influence. She observes life with an open heart and an open mind, finding beauty in the ordinary and meaning in the seemingly mundane. Her perspective is not shaped by the opinions of others, but by her own direct experience. She moves through life with a sense of wonder, always open to the lessons that each moment has to offer. Her walk is a journey of discovery, not just of the world around her, but of the infinite potential within her. The woman who walks alone carries with her a quiet confidence that is both inspiring and magnetic. She does not seek attention, yet she commands it. She does not strive for recognition, yet she earns it. Her confidence is not rooted in ego, but in the deep knowing that she is aligned with her true self. This confidence allows her to navigate the uncertainties of life with grace, to face the unknown with a sense of adventure rather than fear. She does not need the approval of others to validate her worth, for she knows that her value is inherent and unchanging. Her walk is a testament to the power of faith, imagination, and self-belief. She understands that her reality is a reflection of her inner state, and she takes responsibility for the thoughts and beliefs she nurtures. She does not dwell on what is lacking, but focuses on what is possible, knowing that her focus creates her reality. Her faith is not passive but active, a dynamic force that propels her forward. She does not wait for life to happen to her, she creates her life with intention and purpose. The woman who walks alone is a beacon of hope to those who feel lost or uncertain. Her journey shows that it is possible to walk a path that is uniquely yours, even when it defies convention or expectation. She inspires others to trust in their own journey, to listen to their own inner voice, and to walk their own path with courage and grace. Her life is a reminder that we are never truly alone, that the divine is always with us, guiding us toward our highest good. And so, as her journey unfolds, she walks with a sense of purpose and peace. She does not rush toward the future or cling to the past, but embraces the present moment with an open heart. Her steps, though solitary, are filled with the echoes of eternity, a reminder that her walk is not just for herself, but for all who are inspired by her courage. She is not merely a woman who walks alone, she is a woman who walks in alignment with the divine, a woman who walks with the fullness of her being. Her journey is a testament to the power of solitude, the strength of self-belief, and the beauty of walking a path that is uniquely your own. She reminds us that it is not the destination that defines us, but the journey, not the approval of others that validates us, but the alignment with our true selves. Her walk is a celebration of life in all its complexity, a declaration that we are never truly alone when we walk in alignment with the divine.